Bonjour, sabah al khair, guten tag and buongiorno. Good day to you, trader. This is Mario from Forex, Other Way, the channel for traders run by a trader. In today's video, I'm going to show you some geometry and some cyclical behavior of the market and how to use it in order to get the edge on the market. So let's start the rock and roll. Actually, I'm on EURUSD daily chart, which shows when you've seen my previous videos, you might have seen probably the video showing the cycles based on the first leg of the market, which is over here. The market started here. This is the first leg, and then multiplied. It has given a certain value over here. So what's the most important in this is if we consider that each small cycle is a part of four subcycle movements. So in this case, we might consider that one whole cycle is just this one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We might say that we've got divided a whole cycle in 4 parts, which means here is 90 degree of the cycle, here is 180, here is 270, and here is 360 degree. And I might consider it as one full cycle over here. These two lines I've shown you, these funny divisions over here, they're not that precise, but I think if we move this one over here, we're even more precise. We can draw another 3 cycles. I'm at triangles here just to keep it more visible. And let's do it this way. Whatever we do it, let me just copy this one and move it here. I just move it randomly. So we got 1, we got 2, and we'll try it. Is it a good one? Or maybe it should be even bigger. All right, let's make it bigger. Just let me show you what's my idea about it. So the idea is just to make it in such a way to be able to split this cycle, the whole cycle. We consider this the whole cycle, and we are trying to split it into 3 times. So into 3 sections. So that will be the second one. Is it all right or not? More or less. More or less. Okay, let's do the third one. Come on, babe. It doesn't want to cooperate with me, look. It's very nasty bastard. All right, let's do the third one from this one. And it shows like that. So roughly, let's make it a little bit smaller, this one, and this one make a little bit smaller. Let's move it a little bit here, and we'll see what's going to happen over here. All right, let's do it this way. So let's say we got 3 cycles over here, 3 subcycles on one full cycle. As you might know, or you might not know, W.D. Gann was showing in his logo, he had a circle, he had a square, and he had a triangle. And one of the corners was the start was the common corner for the triangle and the square. So what I think, what Gann thought about it is he was just going to split a whole cycle into 3 parts and 4 parts, and that's the idea. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. The cycle split over here. And another one, we got 1, 2, 3 parts. The same cycle is split in 3 parts. So we got a square, we got a triangle in one full cycle. If we assume that that's a full cycle over here, whatever is that. So now, at the moment, as you see over here, we got already 1 cycle and a half, which ends up right here. This is 1 cycle and a half. Let's make this line thinner, just to make it nicer. So we got 1 cycle and a half over here. So it might be a turning point over here. As I told you previously, when I did this video first, the market was somewhere here, and I told you that the market will come to this line, and if the price will be rejected here, the market should rise, and the rising area is limited, restricted by this line, which has been drawn from the start of the trend through the corner of the third sub-cycle, the smaller cycle, yeah? So we got first line drawn by the first corner, the second line drawn by the second corner, the third, and the market broken it, and this is the end of the cycle, and this line has become support. The price has been rejected and is going higher. And you guess when the price is going to reverse likely. Obviously, it should be somewhere here when these two lines cross. So it should be somewhere here in this area. So that's my opinion. Maybe let's make it a different one. Let's mark it with this. Okay. So this is the presumable area where the market should reverse. Okay. So if we draw the line over here, we might know it shows 120.78. By coincidence or not, this value is harmonic value with this very bottom of 20th of March 2020 and the bottom of 14th of May 2020, as well as other harmonic values, is harmonic with this resistance over here, is harmonic with this resistance, and it has been calculated. I have calculated based on square of 9 of WD Gann. So square of 9, as you might know or not invented by WD Gann, but Gann was first who was using square of 9 as a calculator, because as you know, at the beginning of the 20th century there was no calculators, there were only abacuses and nothing else. So Gann was using it as a calculator for calculating his price, not only time but also price, and also for calculating the angles. Using the square of 9, you can calculate support and resistance points, resistance lines, which are harmonic with the market. So, as starting point, if we get the starting point as 20th of March, based on the square of 9, you can calculate harmonic support and resistance areas, lines, or static harmonic support and resistance points. I've done it already over here. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal the formula for you. If you want to learn it, just you can ask for my private online courses, which I offer, and many of my students know already this method. So these are some harmonic points of the market based on the low of 20th of March 2020, which was 1.0638. And these points, obviously decimal point, it's moved over here. So it should be like here. So here, one of the points is 120.65 more or less. So as you see, 120.65 is not that far from here, which is somewhere 65. Well, it's over here, 69, but that's the area. So it looks like then in the area of 17th of October 2020, if the markets goes higher, it should probably reverse over here, make a swing move or correction or whatever you call it, before it will continue the way up, or it will reverse and then will continue the way down. But at the moment we are on the rising market on EURUSD, so we've got here, what we've got is a flag formation just at the beginning of the trend, especially that the market has broken the dynamic support resistance line, which I've got it here, monthly, here, that's the one. That's the one. It's just, I've just discussed with one of you guys who's been on my course this morning. Today is 10th of October 2020, and we've just discussed this issue that the market went through the strong resistance line of the downtrend starting in 2008 and the top of 2013. So this line drawn shows the price has been broken. This is monthly chart EURUSD. The price reversed back to this resistance line, which actually is considered as a support line. And it seems that on monthly chart, the market is going to rise. Especially then there is not much to invest in the United States at the moment because the shares are overvalued and American investors, investment funds and so on, they are looking for better investments abroad. So they are selling US dollars and buying euro between the others. So that's the reason why the market made such a move. So getting back to our issue with EURUSD, and with these calculations we've got calculated this resistance line, static resistance line, harmonic with the bottom from March 2020, with the price of 1.6038, which was the low on March 22nd, I think. So anyway, if we look at it, it's another one, 122.60 and 117.15, which we can mark as well, 117.15. Where would it be? 117.15, I would say it would be somewhere here. 117.05 is a little bit higher. So we got 117.15. That's another harmonic support resistance area, which you see the market broke it through, went down, was rejected by dynamic support line over here, drawn from the bottom and through this corner here. And the market started rising again, broke through, and see how many times this line has been tested. It means, and already here, same story, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. So it seems to be really important, this line, okay? So as a next step, presumably market might come back over here to this area and go rejected and go over here, or will rise slowly a couple of days till 17th of October 2020, and then will stop and maybe will take a break a little bit, or if the strong volume and big momentum will come, might break this line or go through it and go straight to 122, was it 122.60, which is 122.60. Let's draw the other one. It's 176. It's a little bit lower. Let's say it's over here, 59. So that's the next area. But don't forget that over here we got static resistance line, harmonic one at 120.69 or 64, whatever, about 120.70. And we got a dynamic resistance line at the moment, which has been broken on September 21st, 2020. So here the market will have to fight. With big momentum, will break through. If not, we'll come back again to this dynamic support line, which comes over here, which is drawn through this line. But it seems it will happen. It will happen probably. Let's check. Maybe we draw another babe here, and here we go. So we can draw another vertical line, and we can see what's gonna happen here. So it's pretty obvious. So the market very likely is to reverse here. If it comes back, the next point is here, if it will go in zigzag, and it will form a channel, probably widening channel, and then sky is the limit. When it starts, it might make a big spike over here, huge marabuso, but it's going to happen in the future. at the moment is like that. But let's talk still about 17th of October, or roughly that date, which is 17th of October. I think that there's another issue I want to discuss with you, because I got a sheet prepared over here with Jupiter long-term synodic period, which is 398 days. So what is this table? It's just don't pay attention to these days at the moment. So I've got over here in the row number 2, I got all important turning points of EURUSD which happened in last 11 years. Starting from 5th of March 2009, 25th of November 2009, was low, high, low, high. I took them randomly. I took some tops and bottoms of EURUSD, which I consider important. I put them over here, and to each of this date in the column is added cyclicity of this value. I repeat, this is synodic period, synodic cycle of Jupiter, which is 398 days. That's what happens when we see Jupiter in the same place on the sky after a full cycle. So it's synodic from geocentric point of view. Some one cycle from, or 398 days from this date comes here, 7th of April 2010. Twice this comes here, and so on and so on. And we got different dates here, and these cycles are calculated, and each of these highs and lows has got, 48 possible full cycles calculated. On whichever date it falls, it will show over here in the second sheet, which starts here from 29th of September 2020, and I got it till 31st December 2020, and it shows me that on the date of 18th of October 2020, Jupiter made 10 synodic cycles from the high of the column C, which was on 25th of November 2009. So it's 3,980 days from this date. And this is harmonic over here, this harmonic value. So I consider that between 17th and 18th of October, this might occur. So I got 18th of October, the other one is 17th. I consider it as a confluence point. I put over here a pending order, which will stay here in advance, put the stop loss of whatever value based on ATR plus 50%, or ATR maybe 100, 120 pips, and I will expect that the market will drop and make at least 2.5 to 1, will drop up to here, which is 200 pips, or so maybe I put the stop loss. I don't know. I haven't calculated it. Anyway, as an idea, I consider that that date between 17th and 18th of October 2020, it seems to be a reversal point based on the fact that it is 1.5 of this cycle which started here, and as well that it's the dynamic resistance area over here based on the previous cycle, that it is the static resistance line based on the low of 22nd of March 2020, as well as 10 synodic cycles of Jupiter from 2009. And we'll see what's gonna happen. If my position doesn't get stopped, as soon as the market starts going my way, I will sell over here. If it goes my way, obviously, I will add up to the position as WD Gun used to do, because that was the reason why he was so profitable. When he hit the market, when he found a good reversal points, he was adding up to the position. You can study it in his cotton campaign in the book The Tunnel Through the Air, which you can find down below this video. So that's it from me. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it helped you. I will see you next time. Take care of yourself and bye-bye.